Hello and welcome to another video on my YouTube channel. My name is Joris and today I am here with an update of our ETF portfolio, and it's the 18th update that I'm going to give on this YouTube channel, and I'm really happy that I can make a video again because, as you know, my computer broke down, so I had to wait until my GeForce NVIDIA card was made, so my graphics card needed to be replaced. It broke down. So I couldn't make a video anymore, but it's finally back. I updated all my files that I keep to track all my investments. And yeah, then I started to make this video, and now you can finally watch it. And as you can see, everything is in the red. So our portfolio value is now 60,005.29 Swiss francs. That's a huge loss compared to where it was last update, but you also saw my video of it hurts but it's okay. There it was a bit higher than 58,000 I think, and it even went down to 53,760 I believe, so a loss that was bigger than 10,000 Swiss francs. But it's not an actual loss as long as you don't sell your stocks or your shares from your ETFs or your companies that you have. So I wasn't panicking. I know it's going to go back to where it was. Unfortunately, it's already up quite a lot, and I bought yesterday on the 25th, so it wasn't at the lowest point. But yeah, when you only invest once a month and you always invest around the same time, you will be buying one, two, maybe three times in a year at the lowest point in the month at that day, and otherwise, yeah, you have to go with the flow. So it is the way it is. And once again, for this kind of videos, I'm going to go over the dividends that we received in April, then what we bought in April, so actually yesterday, what I'm going to buy in May, the end of May, that's going to be VHYL normally. Maybe it's GLDV, but I think it's going to be VHYL. The value of our ETF portfolio that went down quite a lot. Then the predicted future yearly dividends, the dividends that we are going to receive in May, and then finally the last slide, the overview slide. So I always start with the dividend that we received from XYLF. That's the Global X ETF, the S&P covered call ETF that delivers a monthly dividend. And past month, or this month, in the beginning of the month, so the 3rd of April, it went ex-dividend and it gave $0.15058 per share, which amounted to 18.82 US dollar, and recalculated with this exchange rate, this gave 15.33 Swiss francs. Then VHYL, that was already on the 20th of March, it went ex-coupon, but it only gave the money on the 2nd of April, so we had to wait quite a while to receive it. But it gave $0.448015 per share, and in total we received $38.08 from VHYL. Unfortunately, when you calculate this US dollar to Swiss francs with this exchange rate, it's not completely correct. So this exchange rate, I think they should work on that now. I like it that they changed it so that it's included now on the overview. But then this exchange rate really should be accurate, and I think they don't take into account the last three, or it's just a rounding thing. But it's quite annoying that the numbers don't match up when you use this exchange rate in Excel. And then one of the biggest dividends of the year already, I think it's the second one, because the first one of SDGPX was around 450 euros. Now it's 251.15 euros that we received, and recalculated with this exchange rate without the 6. it's 232.59. So with the 6, it's actually 0.61, but yeah, it's 0.59. So I'm missing there 2 cents, and I really hate that, but it's only 2 cents, so I'm not going to complain too much, but it's a bit annoying. And then yesterday I bought GLDV for around 480 Swiss francs with the cost. So I bought 17 pieces for 27.95 Swiss francs a piece, and that is 3 cents lower than I bought it at last year. So I bought it at the 23rd of April of 2024 for 27.98 Swiss francs, and now for 3 cents less I could buy it again. So I'm really happy about that. And yeah, this is really great news because they also augmented their dividend a little bit, but more on that later. And like this, I'm receiving a higher dividend yield for the same amount of money put in into this ETF. And then here you can see as well, I also invested more this month. So for this one LDG, I invested 503.55 Swiss francs. So I bought 39 pieces for 12.764 Swiss francs. And yeah, it's I went over our budget of 900 Swiss francs because I went back to September of last year. I wrote down all the investments that I made, and it was 862, then 905, then 868, then 878. And when I added everything up, I had around 102 Swiss francs that I didn't invest of all the 900 Swiss francs. So I went a bit over it to even it out because I saw that my Swiss franc amount was always increasing. And I was wondering, hey, is that because of the dividends of the Swiss dividend ETF, the CHDVD of my children, or is it just because I don't invest enough? And apparently it was because I didn't invest enough to always have more or less 900 Swiss francs. So that's why I invested a little bit more. And here you can see the ETF portfolio now. So GLDV, it's in the green, and LDG, it's in the green, but that's only pro forma because I added 17 shares of GLDV and 39 shares of LDG, and that's why they are in the green. But look at this, the price in the red, 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 and in the red. It's unbelievable. And with the tariffs, the dollar tumbling down quite a lot. So previous month it was 0.88 and now it's 0.829, and that really hurts, and not only hurts for the portfolio value but also hurts for the dividend that we are receiving yearly, because yeah, the currency, recalculating everything into Swiss francs, then really hurts. Although I'm not exchanging my US dollars to Swiss francs because I'm going to reinvest the US dollars into EMHD, the ETF for the emergent markets. And that one, I need to invest US dollar towards it. So I'm not converting it, but yeah, just for the calculation part of this channel and following along with how much dividend I'm receiving, it's better to always talk about Swiss francs. And yeah, that's not a great sight right now. So we are big time in the red. So last time it was 63,477.55 Swiss francs on the 25th of March. Then we added 17 pieces of GLDV and 39 pieces of LGG. And with that, we have now 60,005.29 Swiss francs, so a loss of 3,472.26 Swiss francs. But I invested 972.95 Swiss francs this month, so without the cost. And this means that we had a loss of 4,450 45.20 Swiss francs, or a loss of just 7%. So, or I don't need to say just, but exactly 7%. And the loss was way bigger, so I was more than 10k in the red. So the market is already recovering, and as I said, that's a little bit annoying because I didn't buy at the moment, at the time that when it was down 10k. So I could have bought LDG and GLDV way cheaper. I know that, but that's just the way it is. You have to be able to set those feelings aside and just stick to the plan and invest every time when you receive your wage and you deposit the money into your account. You have to invest it, no matter whether or not the market is at its highest or already recovering from a low. Just put it in, invest, and 20, 30 years down the line, you will be surprised how much it gained in value. And we also received 3 dividends. So when we look at that, so the dividend from XYLF added 15.33 Swiss francs, VHYL 33.68 Swiss francs, and SDGPX added 232.59 Swiss francs. So this is actually then a loss of 4,163.60 Swiss francs, or minus 6.56%. So the biggest loss so far of my portfolio in 1 month. But yeah, it can be worse. It can be even worse. If I made this video 2 weeks ago, it would have been minus 14%. So it is not that easy to make this kind of videos, but I think it's also really important that you know that portfolios don't only go up, they also go down. And you can lose a lot of money. Certainly when you are already on it for 30 years or 25 years, you will have a huge portfolio. And when you then lose 10% of a portfolio of 500,000 Swiss francs, yeah, you are in the red with 50,000 Swiss francs. And a lot of people don't earn 50,000 Swiss francs in a year. So that's a lot of money, and you need to be able to deal with that. So I'm just already preparing myself and preparing you for seeing those kind of numbers in the future. So the total dollar amount on our Swiss quote account that is going to go to the EMHD ETF is now $75.23, and the total euro amount that is going to go to FLXD is now 284.48 euros. I didn't invest it yet because yeah, I always need to pay around 5.8, 5.70 dollars or euros in cost when I buy ETFs for around 500 euros or dollars or Swiss francs. And I don't want to have more than one and a bit percent of cost compared to what I'm putting into the ETF. So investing it now, the 284.48 euros would mean that I'm more or less around 2% in costs for investing this amount. And the next dividend that I'm going to receive of SDGPX is going to be around 700 and a bit euros. So when I add that to this, and I'm also going to receive FLXD ETF dividend as well, and of LDG, I'm going to receive as well in June a dividend in euro. So I think I will be able to invest around 1,100 euro, and then I will yeah be around 1,000 euros that I will invest in July for buying FLXD. So that will be a good amount to invest towards FLXD then. But I'm just going to wait until I receive more dividends from FLXD, LDG, and SDGPX in order to reduce the cost of buying more ETFs. Then the predicted future dividends. Here, once again, it's only in the green because I bought more stocks of GLDV and LDG, but all the rest is in the red. The good thing is XYLF, they increased their dividend a little bit, so it's now $1.5022, and SDGPX also increased their dividend a little bit, and now it's yearly 1.4611 euros. So that's really good news. And yearly it went down with 12 Swiss francs, so 12.03 Swiss francs. Now we will receive 2,849.68 Swiss francs in predicted future dividends, and monthly this means we are down 1 Swiss franc, and that's 237.47 Swiss francs right now. And the dividends for May, so XYLF, they are going to pay out an amount of 14 cents and a bit per share, and this is compared to last year in May, they paid out 11 cents and a bit. So it's almost up 3 cents there. So that's really nice. So once again, XYLF is increasing its dividend payout. And GLDV as well. Last year it was 0.2985 in the second quarter, and now in the second quarter they are going to pay out 36 cents and $63. So that's up with almost 7 cents. So that's a really nice increase. We have to see, of course, over the whole year what it's going to give, whether or not the total yearly dividend also increased, but so far so good. And both are going to be paid out on the 16th of May. So the ex-coupon date for GLDV, if you still want to buy it, you have to buy it early next week, because on the 2nd they are going to go ex-dividend date, and XYLF is going to go ex-dividend on the 8th of May. So we invested 984.40 Swiss francs in new money. So actually I still have around 17 Swiss francs left over on our account right now, and I still need to save a bit because it's around 27 Swiss francs in costs that we have every quarter. So I still need to save a bit. So next month certainly I'm not going to go above the 900 Swiss francs. And I also deposited 200 Swiss francs in my U-portfolio, and I'm going to start making this video right away after posting this one. And normally I will post that one then tomorrow. And the future yearly dividends now is 2,849.68 Swiss francs, so down 12.03 Swiss francs. And last month we were down 6.56%, and that's the worst month ever. And yeah, the total portfolio worth is now 60,005.29 Swiss francs. The dividend yield 4.75%. Dividend yield on yield is now a little bit lower than the dividend yield that we actually have right now, 4.67. But this is with dividends also counted as cost. So when you don't count the reinvested dividends and only look at the own money, the dividend yield is 5.17%, which is just the compounding doing its thing. But on the other hand, I think this number is more correctly because the dividends you receive is also money that you have. And when you reinvest it, okay, it's not your actual money that you put in because it's not something that you earned. But when you talk about dividends as passive income, then it's also income, and income is something that you earn. So I believe that this dividend yield and this dividend yield is more relevant. This is nice to show that it increases as the compounding is doing its thing. But on the other hand, it's not really that relevant. The yield on cost, that's the most important thing, because I want to have that above 4%. for the rule of 300, so that for every 300 Swiss francs that I put in, I know that I truly receive 1 Swiss francs per month, and that is the main thing for me. And with that being said, thank you for watching to this one, and see you on the next one on my YouTube channel. Bye!